Hi everybody, thanks for joining us for Northern Ag TV. Well, the USDA EID rule has been in effect for about 5 months now, requiring electronic ID ear tags in breeding cattle over 18 months of age that cross state lines. Montana State Veterinarian Dr. Tahnee Szymanski says the combination of the state's brands program with the EID tags makes for very effective, quick traceback, but she says the industry is still adapting to the new rule and there have been some frustrations.
The one thing that I think USDA missed in their messaging of that transition is that not only did they make changes in the animal disease traceability section of federal regulations, they went over and they touched brucellosis and they went over and touched TB. And so it was a little bit of a surprise to people when heifers had to be bangs vaccinated after November 5th that they needed an RFID tag in their ear. All of our cows in the designated surveillance area of Montana that get annual brucellosis tests, if they don't walk into the chute with tag already in their ear, they have to get an RFID tag. I think in Montana it maybe disproportionately hit us.
Well, Governor Gianforte issued an executive order last week exempting hours of service requirements for motor carriers to expedite the delivery of fertilizer. The request came from the Montana Agricultural Business Association to make the exemption. The governor cited cascading effects of sanctions in foreign fertilizer supplying countries, weather issues in the U.S., and a lack of drivers. He said delays in fertilizer delivery could have a $400 million impact on Montana's ag industry. The order will be in effect until April 29. Well, researchers at the University of Montana shared the results of a study on Montana's agritourism industry. Glenna Hartman shared the goals and key findings of their research, as well as a few recommendations they came away with to aid in the future growth of agritourism.
The goal of this project was to gain a deeper understanding of agritourism in Montana. So agritourism plays a really vital role in supporting the financial health of small to mid-sized farms by diversifying their income streams. Agritourism also boosts local economies by drawing visitors to rural areas. So recommended actions include developing educational programs on legal, marketing, and financial topics, and then working with government partners to make liability insurance more clear and more affordable for agritourism operators.
And the Trump administration is moving forward with rescinding a key Biden-era BLM rule that would have extended protections to millions of acres of public lands across the West. The White House Office of Management and Budget posted a notice that the BLM's signature public lands rule, which was implemented in June, is under formal review and has been marked for possible rescission. Livestock organizations have pushed back against the rule that makes conservation a land use rather than an outcome and places significant restrictions on millions of acres of BLM ground. Well, thanks for joining us today. We'll be back to check on the markets right after this.
From the beginning, we've worked closely with farmers. BNSF's ties to the agricultural community go back 175 years. Together, we've innovated to make the U.S. agriculture supply chain one of the most efficient and productive in the world. Our strong relationship powers BNSF still today and helps us move the nation like no one else can. At BNSF, we move the nation for you.
Talking with someone that you know is stressed out, those are difficult things to approach, but if you're good friends with those people, reach out and say, I'm here to talk to you. We can find somewhere to get some assistance. It's hard to get involved, but at the same time, you want to just say, hey, there is help available.
For more tips in dealing with stress in agriculture or for free counseling for egg producers, visit beyondtheweather.com.
Well, as we come back to look at the markets, the futures, of course, had a 3-day weekend, taking Good Friday off, but Thursday was pretty active in the market. We got the latest cattle on feed report, came in pretty well where it was expected. Placements up 5% from a year ago, marketing's up 1%, and total inventory down 2% from last year. What should really have the market moving today, though, is the cash-fed cattle trade last week. We were $2 higher on the live sales, coming in $208 to $212. Dress deals 5 to 6 better from $332 to $335. Futures have been on an impressive run the last 10 days or so. Live cattle adding back $11, feeders up $15. At Billings Live last week, bred 3 to 4-year-old bred cows brought $32.50 to $33.50. Older cows $2,800 to $2,900. A very strong cold bull market, topping out at $2. One bull pounding out to $5,200. Front end of the slaughter cows bringing $158 to $171. And the grain market was mostly lower again, with fairly modest losses back on Thursday. You'd think we'd see a bump right now with winter wheat good to excellent condition ratings 8-point behind this time last year, but no such luck. The wheat market was down 7 to 10 cents last week, with the lower dollar providing some protection from tariff pressure, but the market sure needing a lot of help right now. Well, thanks for joining us for today's Ag News. I'm Coulter Brown. Have a great week.